Today we're talking about songwriting, and we're going to talk about a specific section in a song that I think is so important, and I think that we should really pay attention to. Really pay attention to. And this particular section, maybe it might surprise you. The very first section I'm going to talk about, but I think this is so important. Before we get on to the fancy stuff, before we get on to, bridges and different sounds and all that kind of stuff, let's talk about today. Again, we're talking about songwriting. Let's talk about today intros. All right, intros. Intros are so important. It really sets the tone for the song. It allows you, or allows the audience, or your fans, to recognize, your song. So many times I've watched performances, either live or online, and as soon as that song started, the fans go crazy because they can recognize the song by the intro, just a few seconds, and the intro may have different things going on. It may start out with a vocal. It may start out with a guitar, just something simple, guitar, drums, keys, bass. But there's something in the beginning that allows everyone to know it's getting ready to go down. All right, it's getting ready to go down. And so I have listed a couple of artists, three to be exact, and their songs that I want you to check out. I would love to play them, but you know how this thing works. You play people's music, they'll take your video down, blah, blah, blah. So I'm not going to play these songs, but I've gone old school on purpose, and on at least the first three or four. And also I've mentioned an artist here that is just, you'll find out. You'll find out. All right. So let's start at the very top, and the first artist and couple songs that I want to mention is Shaka Khan. All right, and the first song I want to mention is "Ain't Nobody." Now, when that song starts, "Ain't Nobody" is a song. When that song starts, everyone knows it's Shaka Khan, and we're ready to boogie down. All right, everyone knows we're ready to go. All right, as soon as you hear that guitar, you know what I mean? We are ready to go. Now, I'm trying to remember. I don't think it's too much else in that instrumentation, but just that first melody, people go crazy. Whether you hear it on the radio, whatever, it's on. All right. Next song of hers is "Sweet Thing." Once again, when that guitar comes in with that band, with that warm, it's such a warm sound. All right, such a warm sound. We know "Sweet Thing." Everyone is going to be singing this song, but you can recognize it from the jump. You can recognize it. All right. So again, it is important to pay attention to your intros. It doesn't have to be super long, because back in the day, they had super long intros. I mean, oh my gosh, right? They have today's practice, at least in pop, the intros are shorter. All right. So you pick which direction you want to go in. Oh, and I'll mention one more at the end. So I have 6 altogether, but I'll mention another one. The next artist, all right, next artist group that I want to mention, New Edition. Now, you probably can guess what song I'm going to say. You're probably going to guess, but I'll say it anyway. "Can You Stand the Rain?" Of course, it starts out with the animal sounds in the beginning, and then it comes in with that intro, and everyone knows it's on and popping. It's a song that mostly everyone knows. They're going to be singing. They're going to be moving to. It is such a classic. Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. Oh, such an amazing song. The song would never die. It would never die. I don't care if they play this song in year 3000. They're still going to be singing "Can You Stand the Rain?" All right. New artist I want to mention. Now, you should know this guy because he just did the Super Bowl halftime show. Excuse me. So you should know who this is. I'm talking about Usher, and the very first song I want to mention is "You Got a Bad." Oh my goodness, "You Got a Bad" off his record 8701. You can also check out a live version of the song. One of the live versions I like on YouTube, the Cricket Lounge. All right, and the band is blazing. So I encourage you to go check it out. But You Got It Bad, when you hear this intro, you know it's on. All right, everyone's going to be singing this song. So love that song, love that record. Next song, Nice and Slow. All right, Nice and Slow, from an earlier record of his. Usher, first of all, Usher been he's been out for years. I don't know exactly how old he was when he came out. I don't know, 12, 13. It was very, very young. But Nice and Slow. All right, again, that same performance, Cricket Lounge on YouTube. They did a version of this, and it's just blazing. Go check it out. But when you hear the intro to that song, you immediately know what it is. You immediately know what artist it is, and these things are so important. Next, of his, the last song of his I'll mention is "You Make Me Wanna," another classic. I'm gonna tell you something. When I was young, I couldn't wait to when this song came out. Can't remember the year. But when this song came out and in the video and everything, I couldn't wait till the video came on because I just love this song. He was dancing. Man, that thing was crazy, right? Another classic of his, You Make Me Wanna. Again, when you hear this song, when it comes on, it doesn't take long for you to recognize the song and recognize the artist. All right, and I'll mention one that I didn't write down, and the group is Silk Sonic, and they've taken a page from the funk era. Come on. And you know what song I'm talking about, Leave the Door Open. It was a big hit. All right, and when you hear this intro, you know exactly what it is, and the song is just fire. I don't know who was all in the room putting this song together. I know Bootsy Collins had something to do with it, I believe. But when you hear the intro to this song, you know it's Silk Sonic, and we're about to be singing along with Leave the Door Open. Is so well done. You know, actually I have it on vinyl, and it's so smooth, so you know, and so warm. So I wanted to mention these songs to you, and we're just talking about intros. All right, because that's how important it is to really hone in on each section of a song. You know, of course, you know, a lot of people, they just want to get straight to the fancy stuff, get straight to the verse, lyrics, all that stuff, and all that stuff is important. But I challenge you today, my artist, to think about how you want this song to start off. How do you want your song to be recognized when it's played, when you perform it? You know, how do you want your songs to be recognized? And so this is such an important element. So I challenge you, go listen to these songs. Go look at the video again and listen to these songs and hone in on the intros, and then take a page and take from these artists. Don't duplicate their work, but take, you know, what you could take from these artists and make that intro memorable and implement that concept into your own songs. All right, I want to thank you so much for checking this video out, man. This has been a Tony King presentation, talking to you about songwriting, which is, you know, so important for my artists, and we talked about intro today. All right, I want to thank you so much for checking this out. I hope you're having a wonderful day. If you're not having a wonderful day, you can change that by your mindset. Thanks so much. Tony King out.